I didn't want to believe it. All the spoilers that have come out, I didn't even cover those spoilers, okay? I didn't want to believe it, but it's going to happen. So we're going to be getting a fusion with Caulifla and Kale. And boy, does that open up the floodgates to something even more epic. And I think you guys know what I'm talking about, because Universe 6 Saiyans, it's one thing, but what about our Saiyans potentially fusing? Because maybe that's exactly what we need. Just the power we need against a character named Jiren. This entire episode was Goku versus Caulifla. Remember, Caulifla actually saved Goku last week, and I guess in return, Goku owes her a fight, despite the fact that Goku just fought Jiren. So on those premises alone, I feel like a lot of people are going to be a little bit underwhelmed with this episode, simply because we're coming off of like very crazy fights, and Goku's like in base form a good portion of this episode fighting, when we just saw him fight with Ultra Instinct. It really did feel like a master-student type of episode though, very similar to the Vegeta Kaba thing, and that's got me super excited for one reason, because when this arc is over, yes, we are probably going to be visiting Universe 6, and specifically Kaba's planet, Planet Salad. And yes, we'll probably get to see Goku training Caulifla, and then obviously Vegeta training Kaba. And I'm not the most thrilled about them specifically growing, but I do want to see the King Vegeta in Universe 6. So that's one of the only reasons I'm super excited about a future arc in Universe 6. We still have to tread a little slowly though, because the writing of these Universe 6 Saiyans has been somewhat inconsistent. And what I mean by that is, like, it's okay if y'all want these Universe 6 Saiyans to grow, get power, but it's almost like they don't know, the writers, specifically Toei and even Akira Toriyama, because he's obviously laying out the direction of the series, they don't know exactly what they want to do with the Universe 6 Saiyans. It almost feels to me like they're stuck between being Universe 7 Saiyans and, I'm guessing, something just completely different. And what I mean by that is, you have Kale with this berserker state. If Caulifla followed in Kale's footsteps and she had something very similar, or maybe something a little different but closer to that than Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, and potentially Super Saiyan 3, very soon, of course, because Goku just pulled that out even for like 2 seconds and he couldn't maintain that form because it obviously drains all of his energy and stamina, and he doesn't really have much right now. It would be much better if the Universe 6 Saiyans had their own thing. And the reason I say that is because it's like, yes, I know there are exceptions in our universe where we did get this very fast growth, but in general, these transformations were something that our Saiyans in Universe 7 had to work their ass off to achieve. And because they're just spamming them now at these guys, and keep in mind, Caulifla's still interested in Super Saiyan Blue, right? So forget about Super Saiyan 3. She likes Super Saiyan 3, she wants that, but she just wants them all, right? She wants all the transformations. I'm just like, why? Is it that we're not gonna see Caulifla and Kale for a long time, and that's why they wanna do the most with them right now? I don't think that's what it is. So it's like they don't know exactly what they want to do with these Saiyans, because at the end of the day, in the Tournament of Power, we're not really worried about the Universe 6 Saiyans like that. I know Champa's there getting all excited, the thought that his universe will be the one with the most fighters by the end, but that's definitely not happening, alright? If it's gonna be a universe that survives, it's either Goku's universe or Jiren's universe, and it's gonna be a character in, you know, these two universes that makes the wish. Nothing to do with Universe 6. They're going to be long gone by the time this Tournament Power is over. That's just a prediction I'm throwing out there. In fact, by the end, we know they're going to fuse, guys. And, oh my god, like, I am so excited. I am so excited. And the reason I say that is not necessarily because they're going to be fusing. And it's very weird that Potaras are allowed in the Tournament of Power, but I'm guessing, you know, with Master Roshi and the Mafuba, anything goes. It's really like, it's just about what Zeno feels like he wants to do at the time, right? There's no actual structure. It's actually perfectly set up. If they maybe achieve Super Saiyan 3, okay, I'm gonna deal with that. I don't want them to get Super Saiyan 3, but I think it's inevitable, right? That Caulifla at the very least will get that transformation, and Kale's gonna go in with Berserker State. But having them fuse is perfect because it's only temporary. It's not a thing that they're probably always going to do together, but it's also an excuse to take them both out. And I don't know if it's going to be Goku that does it. I don't know if it's going to be Frieza. Maybe they disturb Jiren's meditation and he starts going in. I don't know, okay? But it's an excuse to take them both out. And oh man, just think about it for a second, guys. Now that they've opened the door to the Potara fusion, because when the spoilers came out, we were wondering, are they going to take the Potara route? Are they going to take the, the finger fusion route, basically the dance? Well, now we know, okay? Now we know. And something tells me that even though Champa and Beerus are going at it right now, and Champa's like basically telling his fighters to take Goku out because he wants to take advantage of the fact that Goku really doesn't have that much stamina right now, and we know Caulifla and Kale, they grow exponentially, so they're going to get stronger and stronger as they're fighting Goku, as we actually saw in the episode. Even though for a good majority of the episode, despite the fact that Goku had literally no stamina, he was doing a pretty good job of kicking their booties. If Champa slid them that Potara, right, and we know they're going to fuse now, it's inevitable, and I'm guessing Zeno's going to allow it, well, this now opens up the door for that specific earring basically being thrown Goku's way. And I don't think it's going to be Goku's intention to necessarily use it, but I think that outside forces are going to basically tell Goku, you need to use this. That could actually be the excuse for why we don't see Ultra Instinct again, right? Because it's going to be Goku and Vegeta fusing together, and we know they've both gotten stronger individually, so naturally the fusion is going to be stronger. It might not be enough still, right? It might just be that we might have Ultra Instinct fusion, or Goku's in Ultra Instinct and Vegeta's in Blue. I don't know, man. This is all getting so crazy, but like, finally, I'm actually interested in something the Universe 6 Saiyans are going to do. Because no, I'd be lying to you if I told you while I'm dreaming every night, I'm thinking about Caulifla going Super Saiyan 3. I'm just not, okay? That's the Universe 7 Saiyans thing, and now Toei gotta give all the Universe 7 Saiyans things over to Universe 6 Saiyans, even though they're not the same race. They're not the same race. I know people get so comfortable saying, oh, they're all Saiyans, but they're different races. They're actually not the same race. I've got to say the fight looks really nice and clean. There were some parts where I was like, okay, what's the point of this? Like when Goku was in base form and like early on, it was just like them throwing fists at each other, but nothing was actually getting accomplished. It was just like we're coming off of these crazy fights, and now we got these Saiyans in base form fighting each other. Well, in Caulifla's case, she's obviously powered up, but Caulifla powered up is still weaker than Goku in base form. Though she actually started getting serious, she started actually landing some hits on Goku, she got that crush cannons on deck, right? And when Kale joined the fight, things actually got really interesting and they both started working together, and they were pretty dangerous. Like, there were some pretty good moments in this fight. If I'm not mistaken, they even recycled one of the scenes at the beginning of the episode where Caulifla is shooting a crush cannon and Kale basically kicks Goku right into the actual attack. So, pretty cool stuff there, and Goku, of course, just neglecting all damage going Super Saiyan 3. Even for a short time, he got those two so wet. Specifically Caulifla, right? Because Kale is just there like, Kale is happy for Caulifla, but it's Caulifla that really wants all that power. Kale, on the other hand, she wants that power, but for a different reason. It seems like she just wants to protect Big Sis. She just wants to impress Big Sis, right? Whereas in Caulifla's case, excuse my French, but she's just a gold-digging bitch. By the end of the episode, those two are convinced that Goku's easy pickings, and we've got some actual frightening power from Universe 6, you know? And the sequence looks absolutely beautiful when you've got the light just beaming out of her mouth, you got all the color changes, and she's just looking absolutely sick, right? And keep in mind, guys, it's this stuff that I want to see from them. It's not copying Universe 7 transformations, it's their own unique power. I don't know if y'all have short-term memory loss, but Goku's in SS2. He was having a hard time in SS Blue fighting Kale. In fact, I don't know, seemingly Kale is on Goku's level in this state. She doesn't have full control over herself, but that's crazy to me. Like, Kale and Caulifla, technically, if you want to be legit and you want to take every other character out of the equation, they should be able to beat Goku. And it's just the circumstances. Like, Goku just used up all of his energy fighting Jiren, and now these two are going at him like these ungrateful. So yeah, that's really all I got to say about this episode. I'm looking forward to the next couple weeks a lot.